Oh, stop, stop, stop. Oh. I'm gonna break down in hysteria. What? Welcome back, my oodles and noodles, to Elden Ring. For those who are now just tuning in, because of course you've seen the thumbnail, welcome. I know that there are some series that people just jump into after not watching episodes for a long time. So if you've reached this point, because this is gonna be a really popular fight, because it's Malenia, right? Because that's what we're doing today. If you haven't guessed by the thumbnail and you haven't guessed by now, or you haven't been caught up, then now you know. We're gonna go ahead and take on Malenia today. I don't know how big of a deal I'm supposed to be making this. Everyone I've known who's played this game, and of course in the comment section, you guys have all hyped this fight up to be insane. And I just have jitters, but I don't know how I should hype it up. I don't know how much of a big deal I should make this, because it's part of the Let's Play. It's just part of the natural progression to this point. But as far as those, oh Jesus, for those who are just tuning in now after, you know, watching bits and pieces, I'll kind of just recap the overall, how we even got here. So if you'd like to skip forward, obviously you can. But for those who would like a little recap, we've been on this Millicent binge for a while because I looked into the possible endings that I'm so far on the road for, because I met Shabriri and I was so attached to Yura's storyline because that was the one that resonated with me the most throughout this whole Let's Play. So with the Shabriri storyline, I wanted to make sure that was an actual ending I could get, and supposedly it's part of this Frenzied Flame possible ending. But I had never met Millicent prior to this point, so I'm up in the mountaintops of the giants. Nope, that's wrong. I did meet Millicent once, but I never continued with her quest. I met her once and then I just kind of was like, oh, see you later, goodbye. But after I met Shabriri, I looked up that Millicent's questline is one of the questlines that people do alongside the Frenzied Flame. That's all I knew before. But now I know that if you would like to do the Frenzied Flame quest, then by doing Millicent's quest, you get an item that allows you to basically resend the ending, basically lets you opt out of it, because the Frenzied Flame locks you in, and that's so far my direction I kind of want to do. So the natural progression took me to Miquella's Haligtree, where I've been so far fighting my way through abomination after abomination, you know, talking with Millicent at the prayer room, and then finally now just this last episode finally completing her quest line, getting her unalloyed needle. If you guys haven't watched that, please do check it out. I've had a blast with this game so far, and it just feels like it's bubbling up to an end, and I can see all your little comments. You guys are so cute. You're like, please play more, and I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I'm not like an Elden Ring channel. I don't know what's gonna happen once we finish it. Maybe I'll have this strong urge and desire to play more, but that's where we're at. Figured I'd give you guys a small recap and train of thought process alongside that. I have jitters. I plan on dying a lot. Now, if you guys have watched up to this point, you know me and death don't go hand in hand. I don't like dying in video games because I've got zero death, hardcore death counter videos, and whenever I die I always get this defeat, this emotional defeat, but it's part of the process. I'm excited. I told you guys that I was going to be going into this fight with Reduvia. I also want to go into this fight with Black Knife Tish. I usually do my mimic summon, but I think that my Black Knife Tish is going to do a much better job at avoiding some of the moves, because that's what she's pretty good for. Why is my heart beating so fast? You guys have okay, if this ends up being one of those things like Game of Thrones season 8, where everyone hyped it, like Game of Thrones was so hyped, and then all of a sudden it like came crashing down and wasn't as good, I will be so mad at you guys, okay? But this is the play style that I fight with. I fight with Reduvia. I keep at a distance. I panic roll and I panic dodge. If you are watching this video for the first time, this is the first video you've ever clicked into. There are 60 videos prior to this point you might need to recap and catch up on if you do actually enjoy what you see today. Okay, I need to stop blabbering and just do it. I'm just so nervous. Stop talking. Stop talking. Just do it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I do look so cool. I'm like hyperventilating. She does look like Millicent.
I dreamt for so long.
Oh, God.
My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake.
He's so intimidating.
As I waited his return.
Is she referring to Miquella?
Heed my words.
Oh my God.
I am Malenia, Blade of Miquella. And I have never known defeat.
That's gonna change. That's gonna change. Oh my God! Wait! Wait! I didn't get to summon! You ass! You! What? 2 hits? Like, I knew it was gonna be hard, but 2 hits? 2 hits, and I was dead. 2. Like, 2. That means I cannot physically take any damage in this. Can I actually even do this? Oh no. That was, what? Was that supposed to happen? Is that something that the developers programmed in so that way people go, okay, take a step back. Maybe I shouldn't fight this boss right now. Go, go, go. Okay, yeah, it was meant to do that. Ooh, ooh. Don't you stop it. Stop, stop. Ooh. Oh, stop, stop. Stop. Oh, oh. I'm gonna break down in hysteria. What? I'm gonna need more rune arcs. I'm gonna need more rune arcs. Oh, whoa, stop it. Stop, stop. Whoa, stop. Oh. Oh my God, holy crap, she totally... Go after my spirit. What am I supposed to do here? I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out. I'm shaking. There has to be a better way to do this. Like, I also lost 70,000 runes. I don't know if that's honestly that big of a deal at this point. Okay, I'm gonna try this until I get her to her second phase without using a rune arc, because I'm gonna run out of rune arcs really freaking fast if I do. Oh my God. I just need to study her moves. Oh, good job, Tish. I'm just kind of studying. Got it. When she's down, you do it. When she's down, oh my God, Tish. Jesus. Ooh, get her. Stop. Don't stand around like a dum-dum. Tish, you are amazing. Holy crap. I love that Malenia is just like eyes on me. Ooh. I need to, okay. Oh. Okay, I get it. I get when I should dodge those, and I have to be so perfect. I have to be so perfect. I can do that. I can not panic roll. I could just learn to not panic roll, guys. It's gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. I was very calculated that time. How? Oh my God, I did it. Holy crap, I got her to second phase. We make progress. We did. We made progress. Sorry, I'm not trying to scream at you. Oh my God. I think I get it. At least it's something that works for me. I think I just have to spam her enough that she gets staggered. Well, guys, we made progress. Now we can see what second phase looks like. Oh my God. I was so getting frustrated. I'm scared. I want to go home.
Wait.
Okay. Oh. That's nice.
The scar is once more. You will witness true horror.
I've never seen her second form. Holy sh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I felt it in my bones, in my get ball night. Good God! All right, we just do the same thing that we did before. Okay, wait. What? Okay, I'm like, I feel like my face is on fire. Like oh my God, my hand is like, cannot stop shaking either. Okay, before I walk back in there, wow, that is one of the coolest bosses I've ever seen. If it was me watching this video as a bystander, I would think that I would never beat this boss. That's what I would think. But I would think it would be cute that this YouTuber is trying, at least. But you know, I feel accomplished. We're 30 minutes in, and we finally got her to second phase. I feel like that's the accomplishment, you know? Now, if we could just replicate that. The idea is to make sure she doesn't get to her slashing move, because that slashing move messes me up. There we go. See, you got to get her out of that stance. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, what are you supposed to do there? Hey, though, we got to second phase, okay? We got there. You know, I wonder if I can also hit Malenia out of her clone attack. Now that we're consistently making it to second phase, consistently, let's go ahead and use that beautiful rune arc, huh? I let her do it. I let her do the stupid move. Oh my God. Why did I not do something? The time that I use a rune arc and I botched that. It's getting hot in here. It's getting really hot. All right, I'm done using rune arcs because clearly every time I use a rune arc, I botch it. Second phase, baby. What? What the actual hell, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so close. That was a run. That was a run. Actually, I'm gonna switch over one more healing flask, and maybe that'll help do the trick here. I am Malenia, and I have never known defeat. No, all right, I'm done. Rune arcs are evil. Rune arcs, whenever I use a rune arc, she does that. But every time I don't use a rune arc, she doesn't do that. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the AI, they know I'm like beefier with the rune arc or what, but every time I don't use the rune arc, I've wasted 4 rune arcs. Thinking that, oh, I've gotten to the second phase twice now. Yeah, I can use a rune arc. Nope. There's no way to dodge that. I might need to take a break. I really thought I could beat her. I've gotten so close so many times, but I don't know what to say. I think the frustration gets real. I think it's also like you just get lazier. Like you're a blade, right? And the more you beat your head against something, the like less sharp that blade becomes. So you're like more susceptible to her hits and stuff. So that's I think what's getting to me is I'm starting to become a little lazy after the 17th millionth beatdown. Okay, well, we only have 1 flask. So I don't know how good this round is going to be. Oh, I can use rune arc now! This could be the move. No. Every time we get that far, a little part of me dies. Just a little. That's the move, though. I forgot you could use rune arcs in the middle of battle. Okay, doi. Why does she keep jumping away from me? Oh my god. Kind of putting the beat down on ya. Okay, I shouldn't taunt, really. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not your problem. I'm not your problem. I'm not your problem. I'm not your problem. Nope. No. my god, you guys. Oh my god! No! I did it!
Extraordinary. The mark. Oh, Lord.
Don't cry! I could cry!
Dear Miquella. Oh, dearest Miquella. My brother. I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
Ooh, I just had to scream for a second. How do you know the run is the run without knowing it's the run? You know, I didn't know it was going to be that way. So all of these fights, I have no commentary. How many deaths was that? Me? 17? I don't even know what to say. I'm still like, I feel like I've had 3 cups of coffee. That's how bad this is. I feel like I just woke up, took a shot of pre-workout, and downed 3 cups of coffee. Look how close I was to dying too, because Malenia was in the middle of her stupid clone slashing. I can die happy. I, Tarnish, have defeated thou that has not known defeat. Thouest who has not knoweth defeat. It could have easily been done too. You know, one of the fights that I had against the Draconic Tree Sentinel, he gave me 50,000 runes upon defeating him, but he managed to get a final hit in, and I managed to get a final hit in, and we traded places. If you guys remember that episode, it was agonizing because I lose the 50,000 upon dying, and Malenia just gave me how many? Yeah, that's what I thought. A lot. A lot of runes. So she gave me that many runes. Imagine if we'd managed to die at the same time. Oh, that was not there before. I have to get myself out of fight mode right now because all my mind is thinking of is, all right, guys, time to walk back into the wall. Gotta fight Malenia. Like, I just truly did not know that was gonna be the run. Like, that was the run, and I had no idea. And I was just sitting there like really hyper focused. Like, I think I told myself, okay, I stepped away for a second because, again, the whole blade analogy was perfect because I was just beating my head against this game and this wall and this enemy for so long that I was starting to like get sloppy on the dodgings and stuff. But I wonder if during this run, because I don't know, all the runs are blurring together. I wonder if you guys saw when she jumps into the air to do that slashing, I was able to knock her out if the blood buildup was enough. So I was able to just knock her out and not have her do that move at all because I couldn't dodge it. I actually looked up how do you dodge her slashing move, and some guy literally goes, oh, you have to like turn to her right just a little bit and then kind of do a little dodge to her right and always try to get behind her. And I go, I don't have enough skill for that. I don't have enough skill for that. So I did not. Can you guys tell how sweaty and how like my cheeks are so red? I was not expecting that to be the run, and the elation I had was over the moon. Crazy. So now we can return the unalloyed gold needle that we got last episode. Oh, Miquella's needle. So what is Miquella's needle, the thing that we need to be able to revert back to, you know, old I guess to opt out. Champion, oh champion, let there be victory. Why is it always regret? Her ending was very sad. The fact that she's just been waiting for Miquella. It's so ominously quiet. I just feel elated while also feeling so sad. Like, I don't know why am I feeling this way? Like, I felt like I did good in that fight. I used the rune arc exactly when it needed to. I felt like I backed off enough, and I felt like I wasn't panic rolling as much as I usually do. I felt like I really... The fact that Reduvia is still here, can we get that a round of applause? Reduvia has made it all the way to the end, okay? It is here to stay. It is going to be my staple weapon. I hope that when people think of Reduvia, they think of me, because I am Reduvia at this point. But I don't know why I feel this way. Why? Can you guys explain? Why do I feel so hollow, and yet I feel so happy at the same time? I don't know. That fight took me an hour. I hope you know. which I'm sure it could be worse, is what I'm gonna get at. It could have been worse, meaning I could have died. I was actually contemplating starting it again tomorrow when I had some sleep or something, because usually people do better once they've had sleep. So I was sitting there like, dude, I can't keep doing this, because I'm not the kind of person that will do this for hours and hours and hours. If I reached any more deaths, I was gonna just be like, nah, cut it off. But no, that was the run. That was it. So obviously subscribe if you had a good time watching, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you tarnished in tomorrow's video. Mwah.